Renting sneakers has to be the craziest idea I've ever heard. Recently, a company named Kicks World has closed down, which was a sneaker rental service which you could sign up for different tiers and you can rent shoes for an entire month. So the way this works is you would go onto the site, you would sign up for an account, and you would choose the tier that you want to. There was different tiers on the site that you could select based on your needs. Just to highlight a few, the entry tier was $59 a month for a trial, and then after that it'd be $79 a month. With this tier, you could rent one pair of sneakers at a time, access to 125 styles, up to $300 in value, and $10 cash back monthly to buy shoes, and you can swap for a fresh pair anytime. The next tier up was $169 where you can rent two pairs of shoes, which could be a total of $700 in resale value. And the third tier, which was $349 per month, where you can get 3 shoes at a time, equaling up to $1,500 in value. Once you sign up for your plan, you would go through the portal and select the shoes that you want for the month, and then they would send the shoes off to you and you could wear them however you like. Whether you wanted to hoop in them, you had a fashion show that you want to go to, wear it casually, you want to play football in them, you could do that. And the reason you could do that is because they partner with a big sneaker cleaning company called Rejuvenator. I'm sure you've heard of Rejuvenator by now. It is a huge company. You can walk into Foot Locker or Finish Line and you'll see it like just in the aisles. They sell cleaning solution, brushes, wipes, and stuff like that to keep your sneakers fresh. But Kicks World was outsourcing all of their cleaning to Rejuvenator just to make sure that their shoes stay up to standard. Once the month is over, you can send your shoes back, or you can keep the subscription going and get more shoes throughout the month. While I'm explaining all this to you guys, I still do not understand why anybody would ever sign up for something like this. I'm trying my best to piece things together and see a perspective outside of my own. And I guess like if you own a company where you do a lot of photo shoots and you need different types of shoes, that would probably be a good idea to sign up for a company like this. We already know resale value is extremely high on a lot of these sneakers. The outfits you might put together, you might not have the shoes that would go perfect for the picture. So I guess I could understand it a little bit, but for the average person, I do not understand this at all. Especially when a lot of these sneakers are already used, they're already worn. If you really want the shoes, you could buy a pair used for a lot off of the normal resale value if you bought it new. I heard of this company and this concept I think about 2 years back when they were first starting up. Honestly, I thought it would never get off the ground and it was just something that they were kind of just putting in the air. And one of the biggest concerns that came to my mind was people are going to be scamming the hell out of this company. Think about this. People have signed up for this service knowing that they're going to get legit shoes and they end up swapping them out. Kicks World probably can't even tell that some of these shoes aren't theirs unless they had some unique identifier, but I doubt that they're doing that to these shoes. But now you have fake shoes in the circulation, you're sending off fake shoes, and now the person that rented the shoes could easily just cancel their membership and sell off the real pair or keep the real pair. Another thing that came to my mind is people not sending the shoes back. Since the site is no longer available, I can't go through the research I usually do, so I'm basing everything off of YouTubers and articles about the service. In my mind, if they're just accepting credit cards, it would be so easy for you to put in some type of prepaid card or virtual card where you could set a spend limit. If you bought that first year, you could easily set your spend amount to $65 on your virtual credit card, and then next time when they try to bill you, you just don't send the shoes back. At that point, they'd be losing so many pairs of shoes. If they were doing the credit way, I could understand a little bit how that wouldn't be as much of a concern. Of course, there's a few people out there that are willing to risk their credit just for a few $100s, but overall, the average person is going to be doing that, and of course that'd be a lot safer. So those are my concerns, but the biggest thing I think this displays is not knowing the market that you are trying to attract. Renting items is really nothing new. We do it all the time when there's a prom, when there's a wedding, you got a big event coming up very soon. You don't want to go out and buy a tuxedo or a suit for an event that you're only going to for a few hours. So it logically makes sense for you to rent a product like that. I don't think that's the case for the sneaker community. It is very hard to sell people on the idea of renting anything. In this space specifically, people are very heavy on collecting and wearing their shoes, and I feel like Kicks World tried to capitalize on something that wasn't the main focus of this culture, and that being the hype sneaker wave slash resale wave. Resale is of course driving the market right now and why sneakers are selling out, but I don't think that's the main factor for people wanting to wear these sneakers. I do applaud Kicks World for being ambitious and trying to bring something new to this space. Like I said, it is really hard to get something started in a community where you don't really know the core audience. One of the worst parts about you renting anything is that you don't own it. You can't use it however you want to. With you not owning a pair of sneakers, you benefit absolutely nothing from it. A lot of these sneakers hold their value. If you really didn't want the shoe, you could sell it off and just make some of that money back and put it towards a new pair of shoes. Also, in addition to that, you could trade off the pair of shoes and just trade it for another pair that you want as well. To give you an example of a company that I think understands this pretty well is TradeBlock. TradeBlock is working so well because it's the idea that people have been using for so long. People have been trading sneakers forever now. Whenever you go for a release and they don't have your size, the most logical thing to do is just get a different size and trade for yours, right? An app like TradeBlock makes it so convenient to find thousands of people that you could possibly trade with. Before this app was around, you would have to know someone in your city or someone online that you could possibly trust. With doing deals online and in person, there's a possibility that the shoes can be fake. There's a possibility that you could get scammed and lose your shoes forever. So by them middlemanning and offering an authentication system, you being able to go through an entire catalog of shoes and finding people that own the shoes or want the shoes that you're trying to trade off. Honestly, even though it is a simple idea, it is the most genius way to capitalize in a market like this. Renting sneakers has never been a thing of our culture. So I think that this is a bad idea from the start. It sucks that they closed down, but anybody could have told you that this was never gonna work. So that's pretty much it for today's video, man. I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below would you ever rent a pair of sneakers. If you're interested in more content, click these two videos right here. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next one.